Yo, what is up guys? This sure here and I'm bringing you guys a new video. This video is back in World of Warcraft, and this video has been so long awaited because I have just been grinding this out and I've been waiting so I can make this video. And this video is on how to get about 100,000 gold, so insane amounts of gold, as well as 4 mounts in around 4 to 6 hours. Now, this method of getting gold works pretty well, especially if you don't want to do like hardcore like raid grinding or going through a bunch of random stuff. This is really easy method of just getting things you can vendor and going through the auction and only selling one material, so it's not a very complicated method of making gold. But 3 of the mounts you're going to get from this are sold right here at this vendor, and it is mounts from the getting exalted with the golden lotus. Now you're going to get exalted in this method, guaranteed. There's no way you're not going to, and that is because you are going to get not only this but another reputation down here from the stuff we're doing, and it gives you about 300 rep per pop, and you can get like 30 of these in an hour, so it's not very hard. So you're gonna get 3 crane mounts from doing that, as well as you're gonna get the Thundering Ruby Cloud Serpent. Now, this is the one I am really looking forward to. I don't have it yet, but I just got the materials to get it. Now, how you're going to do this farm is you're going to want to come to Vale of Eternal Blossoms right here in Pandaria. Let's go there. You can come right here. It's a really good place to have your Hearthstone. I have one of mine set here, and what the place I farm is right along this cliffside over here. Now, what you are doing is you're grinding for these Sky Shards right here. You need 10 of them to make a Sky Crystal to take down the shield on this dragon, Alani. That is how you're gonna get the Ruby Cloud Serpent. Now, to make the gold and get the crystals, it comes off of any ad in Vale of Eternal Blossoms, but the most commonly farmed are these Mogushan over here, and I really choose along this cliffside mainly because there are large spawning areas of these Mogushan. See, they're pretty much everywhere, and there's large like groupings of them. I would recommend just pulling them all together, killing them. This is much easier on a range class. You really it's way better to grind this out on a range class than try and do it in melee, because there are still a lot of people farming this, even though it is quite old content. But as you can see, these guys are everywhere, so you would think it's not that hard to get these 10 Sky Shards. Well, the drop chance off of each of these guys is about 1 in 1,200, so you're gonna have to kill quite a lot of these guys before you're able to get some Sky Shards to get your mount. But these guys drop insane amounts of loot, which I'm just going to go and vendor real quick on my mammoth, because all the stuff these Mogushan all around here drop, just vendor all of it. None of this is going to go very high on auctions, so you're just going to want to vendor everything you get from these guys, and I'll show you the things we're going to be auctioning off later. But in an hour of grinding, I've been grinding for about an hour, and I think by the time I open up everything and sell my stuff on auction, I will have made about 20,000 gold in 1 hour, which is pretty impressive, because that's before I auction off anything, or there's another method of making money as well. So if you grind this out for, I would say, 4 to 6 hours to get them out, you should have around 100,000 gold just from vendoring, and you're gonna make a good amount more from auctioning off the stuff I'm gonna show you, as well as you can sell this mount in a really weird, complicated way. Now, what you're gonna be looking for that drops off of these Mogushan people are these keys right here. Now, basically everything they drop besides Sky Shards and keys, just vendor. And once you get these keys, you're gonna want to come way over here, and you can go down into this, like, I don't know, this temple area, and open a bunch of chests. Now, these chests have a 5% drop chance of giving you a Sky Shard, so much higher than anything you're going to be seeing just killing these guys. So once you get a good amount of these keys, I would recommend only like coming down here and actually using your keys once you have like 25, 30, because I'd recommend just grinding up Mogushan, and you're probably going to get bored pretty soon. So if you're bored, run down here, make a little chest run, and open up all the chests down here. Now, I would not recommend this as your only way of getting Sky Shards. It's actually better to grind out Sky Shards just from killing all the people, because I would say 6 out of my 10 Sky Shards came from grinding out the Mogushan, and then the last 4 probably came from these chests, but it's not like horribly common from the chest, even though it's a higher drop chance. Now, in this area, just run on the same patterned bricks so they won't kill you. Come over to this thing and hit this wisp. What this will do is it downs this barrier over here, and you can run way over here, which I'm stunned, so it's going to take me a little bit longer, and open up all these chests. All the chests have the same drop rate, so unless you want to just go crazy on them, don't worry about which ones you're hitting. Um, and these have a 5% drop rate of giving you a Sky Shard, but they also get some pretty good loot. Like as you see right there, I just got one of these. That's going to get me Exalted with Golden Lotus, as well as these. So getting Exalted with the Golden Lotus is the easiest part of this. You will get Exalted and get those 3 mounts incredibly quickly. Now, another thing you saw drop there were these chests. These chests are actually pretty valuable. And this is mainly because when you open them, you have a chance of getting this ghost iron ore. Now, this is the stuff we're going to be auctioning off, and I'll show you like some price ranging and just how to do it on your auction to get the most amount of money in a sec. So I will see you guys at the auction house. Okay, so instead of meeting you guys at the auction house, I came back to my faction's base, which I'm Alani, so I'm right over here. You can be over here if you're Horde, they're the exact same place, so you don't really have to worry about what faction you are. But one thing that you get from the Mogushan, as well as those chests I've been showing you, are spirits of harmony. Now, a spirit of harmony is basically 10 motes of harmony, so I have 40 right here. Let's make all of those into spirits. And the spirits of harmony, you're going to want to be saving these. Now, the reason is you can come to one of these vendors with all the trippy lights around them in your faction area in Vale of Eternal Blossom and buy Ghost Iron Ore. So since I'm done with this grind because I have all 10 Sky Shards and I'm about to go get them out, I'm going to just spend as much as possible. So probably I'm going to montage this. It's going to take a while. Okay, so after doing all that, I have perfectly got 3 stacks of 200 of the Ghost Iron Ore. So let's go to Stormwind and auction this off. Okay, now that we're in Stormwind, we can fly over to the auction house, and we are going to auction off our Ghost Iron Ore. Now, there are no other materials that you're going to be getting from this grind that you really do need to auction off. But you're going to want to make sure you have 200 stacks. I found that's the best way of selling Ghost Iron Ore because it still sells incredibly quickly, like 2 or 3 hours, and I'm on a low population server as well. So let's look at Ghost Ore, and it's all in caps. So let's look right here. Ghost Iron Ore is going for about 157 gold for a 20 stack. So we have so for a 200 stack, which is what we're selling, is about 1,500 gold, which actually is pretty good because this is out of an hour of grinding. I've got 3, so I'm gonna be making around 4,500 gold from just doing this. So I'm gonna set my auction price at 250, and then I'm gonna set my actual price that I want people to buy this for at 1,500 per 200 stack. So I always make sure I'm going cheaper than everybody else in the auction, so mine will sell before theirs. And then boom, there is 4,500 gold right there on top of the 17,000 from this hour of grinding I've been doing. And you already are pretty much guaranteed to be exalted with the Golden Lotus. So the last thing we have to do is go use these 10 Sky Shards and get our Ruby Cloud Serpent. So I will see you guys back in Pandaria. And we are back. So now I'm just going to go look for Alani, but so far in the guide, you should have grinded up to your 10 Sky Shards, which is an absolutely insane grind, but completely worth it. So at this point, you should definitely be exalted with the Golden Lotus. Go grab those 3 mounts, as well as you should have vendored everything you've been doing. Should have at least 80,000 probably about 100,000 gold by now, and then you could go auction off the rest of your stuff and guarantee yourself that 100,000 gold right there. Now, this last method I'm going to talk about is completely optional. You don't have to do it, but it's a way of potentially making another 100,000 gold. So a massive, massive gain of 200,000 gold in like 4 to 6 hours. Now, what you're going to be doing is getting in a party of 5 people, so like a dungeon party. Now, what you're gonna do is use all your Sky Shards, form into a Sky Crystal, and take down Alani while they're all in your party, and then you're gonna kill Alani with them in your party. They'll all get the drop of the mount as well, and make sure you make them pay about 20 to 30,000 gold per person. So out of 4 people, you should be getting about 100,000 gold right there, just right off the bat. So that's another way of making a decent amount of gold. But that is completely optional. I'm not going to do it right now because I just want to go and get my mount. I've already got so much gold from this on all my characters. So I'm going to go look for Alani. Finally, I have found Alani. This has taken an insane amount of time for her to spawn. Someone had just killed it when I got here, so I had to wait about like 15-20 minutes for another one to spawn. So, before anybody snags this kill, let's make all of my Sky Shards into a Sky Crystal. Finally, it is happening. The grind is over. There's a Sky Crystal, and Alani's flying away. Oh, hooray. Let's chase her down. I'll try and get in front of her before I use this, but I'm not doing this to get the max amount of gold by getting in a party. I just finally want to get Alani and get my Cloud Serpent. So am I in range? There we go. Alani's being tagged me. Yes, finally. I'm bringing her down. Her shield is gone, and I can finally kill her. She is an incredibly easy mob to kill. And boom, Alani is dead, and I can finally get my Ruby Cloud Serpent. Finally. This has taken an incredibly large amount of time. Like, it's not a bad grind compared to a lot of other mounts, but man, it is tedious. The only good part about this is you get so much gold. So let's do this. Boom, the Ruby Cloud Serpent. Finally, this is one of my favorite Thundering Cloud Serpents. Actually, probably my favorite besides the Onyxian one. Just because I love the ruby red color of this one. Let's go like this. I just love this mount. It is one of my personal favorites in the game. And I have finally got it. So hopefully after this 4 to 6 hour grind that seems incredibly long, you guys have gotten about 100,000 to 200,000 gold if you use the selling the mount method, as well as you've got exalted with the golden lotus, got 3 crane mounts there, and have finally got your beautiful ruby cloud serpent. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to drop a like if it has been helpful, and subscribe for more World of Warcraft, Destiny, and Black Ops 3, and I will see you guys later. See you guys.